The private sector organization of Jamaica and the opposition are joining forces in sounding the alarm on high energy costs, warning that businesses cannot remain competitive if the country fails to reform its energy landscape. The call comes amid growing pressure on government to address electricity prices and the terms of the JPS license before its 2027 expiration date. Raymond Morrison has this report.
High energy costs. That's the single biggest factor eroding business competitiveness in Jamaica, according to the private sector organization of Jamaica, PSOJ. Executive Director Sasha Vassiani Riley says rising electricity prices are strangling productivity and making it hard for companies to compete at home and abroad.
The business community has grappled for a long time with high cost of electricity. Our manufacturers in particular suffer at the huge cost of electricity. And of course, we know that that also now translates to high cost of doing business and the high cost of products being manufactured here in Jamaica as a result of high electricity rates. But our manufacturers aren't the only sectors that are affected. We have the financial institutions, we have the hoteliers and the hotel associations who also incur massive electricity costs.
Riley says solar energy is a crucial part of the solution.
We believe too that solar is in fact the way to go. However, the cost of the equipment for solar generation as well as solar storage is very prohibitive. And so whilst there are policies that encourage the use of solar energy and there are certain facilities that are provided in terms of solar grants, etc., it is still not sufficiently affordable for businesses.
But she warns that there must be clear agreements between the JPS and the solar providers, especially as government prepares to renegotiate the all-island license.
Once the solar is generated and stored, the arrangement that needs to be put in place for it to be sold to the JPS or other providers, that framework is not yet properly negotiated, we believe, and we believe that this is one area of the renegotiation of the JPS license which needs to be addressed as well.
The concerns were echoed by opposition spokesman on energy Philip Paulwell, who says high electricity costs are not just a business issue, but a national economic threat. He argues that the energy reform cannot wait until the JPS license expires in 2027.
The fact of the matter is that energy costs in Jamaica is far too high, and as a result, we have not been able to have sustained growth. We have not been able to have appreciable growth in our economy, and that's the reason why many of our businesses are uncompetitive. The price of electricity being so high affects our consumers. The cost of living has been great as a result, and we have to find a way to bring the cost down.
He also reminded that Jamaica was the first non-North American free trade agreement, non-NAFTA country approved for liquefied natural gas, LNG, with a vision to serve not just local demand, but the wider region.
Jamaica was the first non-NAFTA country to be approved for LNG. The aim was to have, when the people don't understand, when we speak about LNG, the fuel that is actually burned is natural gas. The L is to liquefy it to enable transportation. But when it gets here, you have to regasify it. So it requires an infrastructure, a regasification infrastructure. And the aim was to build a regasification infrastructure to sustain not only the demand for Jamaica, but we wanted Jamaica to be the hub so that dam rep and other countries could get from this regasification plant natural gas.
With both the business community and the political opposition demanding urgent action, pressure is mounting for the government to tackle energy costs, accelerate renewables, and lock in pro-business terms well before the JPS license deadline. Raymond Morrison, CVM News.